And how was your lunch?
Fine. How about yours, huh? How'd it go with Sir John?
Very well. He's going to try and convince the bank to give us the working capital.
Well then.
Well, I hope you've not got anything organised for tonight.
No.
Good, because I want to go through the accounts. I've promised Sir John a cash flow projection by tomorrow.
All right.
You don't know Sir John, do you?
I know of him. Why?
It's just that he thought he might know you.
Oh?
Is he not sure where? Thinks it might be from America?
No, I don't think so.
He was on the board of an American bank once, First Global. Did you ever have dealings with that bank?
And away he is. Go on, Drugo, go! Drugo, followed by Telmy and Redskin Pretty. These three tied together.
What did I tell you, Kate? He's good at
Halfway
bay.
stage,
Get too excited, Francis. I think he's made his move too early.
Nonsense, the race to the bag.
Chance. Leading star gets a move on. Come on. That's a good boy. Come on, you can do it. That's it. Well done.
At the line is Evening Star, followed by Drugo.
He's down.
Evening Star, second Drugo, and third Redskin Pretty.
Wasn't that a fantastic run?
Fantastic. Congratulations.
So, shall we say 6 o'clock? Good. I'll see you then, John. Bye.
I don't know how you do it, Charles.
I haven't yet.
You shut Stevens out in the cold when he's working for your father, then when you think he'd be of some use to us, as if you're talking to a long-lost friend.
That's business. Besides, John's been around long enough to know how to play the game. He's also shrewd enough to know that we can be of some use to him.
Managed to coax him back into the fold?
I damn well hope so.
So do I. E. Simmons is certainly going to need someone on the stand to testify on our behalf.
Yeah, that's not all. If Stevens does end up testifying in court, could help divert attention elsewhere, away from us.
Sarah Foster?
Why not? She was responsible for the McLean leisure investigations in the first place.
It's difficult to make a case of it.
I don't see why. It's a fact that you and I rely solely on information provided by our senior executives.
You can't put all the blame on her.
Well, I wasn't just referring to Sarah Foster. Where'd she get her information from?
You wouldn't, Charles.
Now, listen, we need every damn defense we can get. Quite sure the court would be more than interested in examining the business methods of Avril Rolfe. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's not so bad at all. But what about this? What about this one?
Abby and Leo's baby's certainly going to be spoiled. At least by his grandfather.
His? It could be hers.
His or hers. I'm sure the baby will love the present. It's so soft.
You sure you don't want it for yourself?
Don't tempt me.
I think I better take it. Otherwise, the baby might miss out. How much is this? That's it.
Grazie.
Feel better now?
Much.
You see, all you have to do is sail away from all your pressures. Export all those clients. Even for a few hours, it will work wonders.
Trouble is, it's all waiting for me when I get back.
Well, there's no rush to get back to the mainland, is there? Why don't we find a restaurant? Slip it in?
All right.
In fact, I think I know the perfect place.
If the Mermaid Yard wanted to develop the Trailer Sailor as a joint venture, I would have brought you into negotiations.
Oh, how considerate.
But they weren't interested. So I commissioned the boat as a one-off. It suits us better anyway. We retain all the rights. I really don't see why you're so upset.
We're in business. Together. That means you do not go off making decisions without consulting me. Do you understand?
You don't consult me on everything you've got planned.
For example?
What about your strategy with Avril Rolfe?
You know all there is to know.
Oh, do I? And what about your relationship with Gerald Urquhart?
That is personal. It has nothing to do with business.
Not as far as you're concerned, but Urquhart happens to work with Freya.
So?
I've been let down by Freya in the past.
Yeah, well, that's your problem.
No, it's our problem if we're in business together.
Well, then you'd better make sure that you're not let down by him again, hadn't you?
I intend to.
What about this summons you received?
A court case isn't a problem. If Freya Holdings goes down the tube, it can only benefit leisure cruise.
Yeah, just so long as in your eagerness to nail Freya, you don't end up nailing yourself and me. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, I want to be consulted, otherwise we really will have a problem.
Good night, Vicky.
Good night, Laura. These letters are ready for you to sign, Ken.
All right. Thank you.
Is everything okay? Couldn't help but overhear you arguing with Laura.
We weren't arguing. We were discussing a business matter.
Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't it? If there's nothing else, I'll drop those in the post on my way home.
Thank you. Night, Vicky.
Good night, Ken.
Yes, there is something else. Have you got anything planned for this evening?
Yes, I'm going for a drink with my boyfriend.
Well, I wonder if you could cancel it. There's something I'd like to discuss with you. Wondered if we could have dinner together.
Yes, all right. I'd like that.
You know, Kate, you remind me of a chap who was up before me when I was in destroyers in the war.
Oh, thanks very much.
Never missed a trick. Neither do you?
Not if I can help it. I like to be aware of what goes on around me, which is why I want you to get those documents for me. You will, won't you?
Now, having lost our wager, I'm in honor bound to do what I can. And so are you. You're not to forget our dinner engagement on Saturday.
Oh, I think if you stick to your side of the bargain, I shall stick to mine. Ah, not now, later. Hello, darling.
Hello.
You remember Admiral Raper, don't you?
Yes, of course. I thought it was your car on the drive. How lovely to see you again.
Well, the pleasure is all mine, Jan. But now, alas, I have to fly. I've got a committee meeting at the yacht club. See you on Saturday, Kate.
All right, Francis.
Bye.
Goodbye.
How is your day?
Oh, fine. But not as interesting as yours, it seems.
£160. Not bad for a £20 bet.
That's not what I'm referring to. You never mentioned to me that the Admiral was going to accompany you to the races.
Didn't I?
There you go, John.
Oh, thank you, Charles.
Your very good health.
And yours. I must say I've been speculating all day about the reason for this sudden and rather unexpected invitation.
Well, I wanted to discuss the situation at the bank.
Oh, you mean me being ousted as chairman?
Yes, indeed. Came as quite a surprise when I heard.
It came as quite a surprise to me, too, I can assure you.
Yes, I'm sure it did. Especially my father's role in the affair. Surely he could have lobbied other board members to prevent the maneuver.
He could, if he so chose.
Uh-huh. You know, I've been doing a substantial amount of business with the bank lately, and, well, it's just possible that I could be in a position to lobby the board, get you re-elected chairman, if you're interested.
Well, that's uncommonly generous of you, Charles. It does rather beg the question, why?
Well, you and I have crossed swords on a number of occasions, John. I think it's time we put the past behind us, look to the future.
It still doesn't answer the question, does it?
Well, you know, I've always thought that when one is down in business, one ought to be able to turn to one's friends for certain favors.
Favors? It's a word I'm beginning to hate. Usually means you want something in return. Not that you've got any axe to grind, of course.
Of course.
But if ever I was in a position to assist at any time in any way?
Well, now that you mention it, there could be something, yes.